You may have tried to grow your account using targeted engagement or the follow and follow strategy only to be met with action blocks. So in this video, I want to go over the actual action limits. I want to cover everything from how many actions you can do per hour, per day, how to warm up the account, and a few other things that will set you up to be successful for the targeted engagement strategy. So I like to proactively grow accounts on Instagram. That is what I do for my clients. And what we do is we go out and we look for other similar accounts, and then we target the people who are following and engaging with them. And we go and engage with them. We engage with them with follows, likes, and story views. But the actions that are going to get you the most results the fastest is going to be those follow actions. So you should be doing stuff on top of the growth actions. So use the follow actions to grow the account, but then you also need to like and comment and DM and try and actually create the relationships with those people that you are getting in front of. Now for our service, I specialize in the follow and unfollow actions, which are the main growth actions. They will get you the most results for the least amount of time invested. So that's what I do focus on. We do grow the account like that, and then it's on the client to actually create the relationships by commenting, DMing, and liking the people who are your new followers to bring them into the community and have them become a valued part of the community and your audience on Instagram. Now, building that relationship is just as important as the growth, but I do specialize in the growth, so we are going to focus on the follow and unfollow actions in this video. Targeted engagement on Instagram has been around for a long time, ever since Instagram first came out, essentially. And it's going to be around forever. It does change year after year, but we stay up to date with those changes, and we are still seeing 1,000 plus new targeted followers for some of our clients using this strategy. So here are the basic overarching limits that Instagram has in place, where if you're below them, it's not considered spam, but if you go above them, then it is considered spammy. And you want to stay below these limits, because if you go above them, it is considered spam, which is against their terms of service. And if you go outside of the TOS, then you can run into all sorts of problems with your account. The hourly limit is 30 actions per hour. So you can either do 30 follow actions or 30 unfollow actions within one single hour. This doesn't change. This stays the same. So no matter what, if you're starting today, it should only be 30 an hour. And then a month down the road, you should still be doing 30 an hour. There is no like warm up process for this number right here. The limit of actions that you can actually take on either a follow or unfollow action is 150 actions per day. So you can only do 150 follow actions and 150 unfollow actions per day. So it's a total of 300 actions per day. There's also a limit of 300 total actions per day. So if you are going to do the 150 follow and the 150 unfollow actions in a given day, and you hit that 300 actions in a day, I wouldn't suggest doing too many other actions, especially if it's going to be targeted at people who are not in your existing following already. Now, if you go into the home feed or explore page, that's a completely different scenario. You can definitely go in there and engage with that content normally. So you can go into your home feed or the explore page, scroll through that, do the normal browsing, and engage with the post that you see there. And that's not going to count towards the action limit. The action limit is mostly in place for you going out and targeting new people. Now, there is also a warm-up period for the follow and unfollow actions. When you start off the very first day, you want to start off with only 40 actions. You want to make this a very small amount of actions. You need to warm up the account so it gets used to it. If you just come out of the gates and try and do 300 actions on the very first day, you are going to run into all sorts of issues. Now, when I say 40 actions, that's 40 follow actions and then 40 unfollow actions. On the very first day, of course, you should probably only be doing the follow actions, warm that up a little bit, and then you can start unfollowing the people that you followed. If you bring them into your community and you don't think they're a good fit, or they didn't follow you back, or you don't want them to be part of your community, or you don't like the content that you're getting in your feed from them, there's all sorts of reasons why you may want to unfollow someone. Now, every single day, you can increase those 40 actions by 30 more actions. And you can do that until you get up to 150 of the daily actions. So you're going to start off with 40 follow actions, and then 70, and then 100 follow actions. And then at that point, you're probably going to start working in the unfollow actions, start with the 40, then do the 70, and then do the 100. And that way you're warming up the account very slowly to these actions, and then you can do them every single day, increasing the amount you're doing until you reach that top number, that max amount of actions of 150 of the either follow or the unfollow actions every single day. Now, I do want to reiterate, actually engaging with these people once they become followers is very important. That is how you're going to create relationships, turn them into super fans and start to get sales from these people and actually build a community, which is what this tactic should be all about. It should be top of the funnel, bringing people into your account so you can create the community that you want to build. Also, if you go over these action limits, you are going to be considered spam by Instagram. You are going to be going against their terms of service, and you could run into problems which you want to avoid completely. Now, here's a good technique for actually bringing these people more into your community and building some rapport with them once you actually get them to become a follower of your account. This works really good for building your community up. So what I like to do is record a very simple selfie video where you say, hey, thanks for the follow. Hopefully I see you around. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. If you are enjoying the content, you may want to consider turning on the post notifications so you don't miss a thing. Now, you're going to create rapport with that person because you're sending them that video of your face and you talking to them. And hopefully you can also get them to turn on post notifications so that they can see when you post, every single time you post. You can even turn post notifications on for them as well if you're liking the content that they are posting. We currently do this for our clients, and our clients are seeing anywhere from 300 up to 1,200 real and targeted followers every single month. So I know that this does work. I know that the limits do work. A lot of these accounts get good amounts of engagement using the technique that I talked about at the end here. It mostly works well for businesses, but it can also work well for personal accounts. I hope you learned something new. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.